Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a word that's so common you've probably already used it without a second thought. But hidden inside this one simple word is a pretty fascinating story about language itself.
Yep, this one right here. Just 4 letters, 1 syllable. Mark. It seems so straightforward, doesn't it? But how much meaning can you really pack into a word this small? Well, as we're about to find out, the answer is a whole lot more than you think.
So, to kick things off, let's just start with the basics. We're going to look at the definitions of mark that we all know and use every day, the ones that are just second nature.
First up, let's talk about mark as a noun. It's basically a spot, a stain, a line, that little physical thing you can actually point to. It's such a fundamental concept, it's probably one of the first we ever learn as kids.
And this is just a perfect example, isn't it? We've all been there. That little drop of sauce or coffee that leaves its mark. It's a perfect, everyday picture of the word in action.
But mark isn't just a thing, of course. It's also something you do. It's an action, a verb. And that right there adds a whole new layer of meaning to it.
And here's where you can really see how versatile it is. I mean, the first meaning is super literal. You're physically putting a mark on something. But that second one, it's more abstract. It's about putting a mental mark on something, telling your brain, hey, pay attention to this.
This is a great example of that first verb definition in the wild. You're labeling something, you're identifying it, making it clear with a physical sign. So simple, so direct, and unbelievably useful. We do this kind of thing all the time.
And then there's that second, more conceptual meaning. When someone says this to you, they're not asking you to pull out a pen, right? No, they're telling you to notice, to remember, to pay very close attention. It's a really powerful command packed into just a couple of simple words.
Okay, so we've got a noun and 2 different verb meanings. Seems simple enough. But this is where our little story takes a really interesting twist. Because there's this hidden detail about the word mark, a special classification that kind of changes everything.
If you look at the source for this, the actual dictionary entry, there's a little note that's really easy to just scroll right past. But that little note, it unlocks this entire story. So what is it?
This is it. This is the clue. The word mark is on something called the Basic English 850 list, and suddenly our simple, everyday word is part of a very exclusive club, which of course begs the question,
What in the world is Basic English, and why does it even matter that mark made the cut? Let's unpack this idea, because it really gets to the heart of why this simple word is so incredibly powerful.
The magic number is 850. That's it. The whole system is built around just 850 core words. Now, the goal here isn't to limit what you can say, but to actually make communication as clear and efficient as it can possibly be.
So Basic English is what you'd call a controlled language. It's this stripped-down version of English that was created to be as easy to learn and as efficient as possible. The big idea is that with just these 850 essential words, you can get almost any idea across. So why mark? Why did this word make the list? Well, it pretty much checks all the boxes. For one, it's super common, one of the top 1,000 words we use. It's also a piece of cake to say. And, as we've already seen, it's incredibly versatile. It's a thing and an action. But maybe most importantly, it describes a truly fundamental idea, making a sign or paying attention. It's like the Swiss Army knife of words.
And all of this brings us to an even bigger idea. See, the story of mark isn't just about one word. It's really about the power of simplicity and how we communicate. It shows us that you don't always need a huge vocabulary to express really complex thoughts.
And that's really the big takeaway here. The fact that a list like the Basic English 850 even exists and that words like mark are on it is proof of this concept. It's all about finding the essential building blocks of a language and using them to build a world of clear, understandable ideas.
So, I'll leave you with a final thought to chew on. Think about your day today, everything you did, all the conversations you had. Do you think you could express all of it using just that core set of 850 words? It's a fun little challenge that really makes you appreciate just how much power is hidden inside our simplest words. Thanks for tuning in.